Alright guys, I wanted to show you today the Wyze Bolt Lock V2. So this is the latest version in that series. I'm going to show you what comes in the box, how to install this thing, how to use it, as well as show you the features in the app. This does work with the keypad, fingerprint, physical keys, as well as the app, and you can even use it with Google Home and Alexa. It also has this neat feature where the fingerprint is AI intelligence, so over time it'll get better and better at detecting your fingerprint to make it nice and easy to open and unlock it. So to install this thing, you first, of course, just want to get rid of your old lock first. Now, I've gotten rid of mine, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep that strike plate, but that would be the first thing that you install. It does come with everything that you would need. So all the hardware and the screws are here for you, including even the AA battery. So all you really need to provide would be a power drill or a screwdriver. Next thing you want to install is the latch. Now this does twist, so you can adjust it depending on how far your back set is. And then you would just go ahead and install that first. And you just need 2 screws to screw it in. Next, you are going to take your exterior assembly, so the one with the keypad, and basically you want to route this tailpiece right through the middle slot there, and then just route the cable right underneath the latch. All right, with that in place, you're just going to kind of let it hang there for now, and then we're going to take the mounting plate, which is the back part of the interior assembly, and then same idea, there's going to be a circle in the middle for the tailpiece, and then a square hole below that for the cable. All right, and then it's going to come with these 2 screws that you would attach the mounting plate to the exterior. You'll see the 2 holes right on the sides of the tailpiece there. All right, with the mounting plate in place, you'll take your interior assembly, go ahead and stick these tailpiece right into the slot, and then actually you'll also connect the cable, and it's just a matter of plugging it in. And once it's nice and flush against the door, go ahead and remove this cover, because that will reveal 2 holes where you can put these small screws, and that's going to attach the interior to that mounting plate. There's also a 3rd hole at the bottom as well. And then the last thing would be to install the batteries. You'll hear a little beep letting you know it's working just fine. And then once you put that cover on, go ahead and install the app, and this is where you would set up the codes and fingerprints and whatnot. So let's take a look at that now. All right, guys, so here's a look at the app. Now, when you first install it, it's going to have you, of course, set up your Wi-Fi, and then it's going to have you set up the initial code and fingerprint that you want to use. Once you're done with that, it'll take you to this home page. So right at the top there, of course, you'll see that icon, and as you may guess, you can click on that to unlock, and then again, click on it to lock again. And as you'll see down there, it'll show you the events or the history of who locked and unlocked it and which method they used. So that's pretty cool. And then if you go at the top right, that's where you can adjust all the settings. So click on that gear icon, and then you'll have access to the access and sharing section. This is where you add your users. So if you click on plus sign, it'll give you the choice to give them Wyze account access, so high level access or lock access only. So Wyze account will let them create their own codes and fingerprints, but choosing lock access only, that's where you will set the code for them and then have them add their fingerprint manually when they're with you. You can also see at the bottom there, you can restrict their access to certain times, whether it's always, recurring, or temporary. If you click on one-time code, this is where you can set the one-time code to expire at a certain time. You'll just click save. And then once you click on create one-time code, it will create and generate and display a code for you on the screen there. Back on the settings page, click into notifications. This is where you can have it notify you when the door is locked or when it gets unlocked. There's also the auto lock function. You can turn that on and off, and then you can set the time that it takes for it to auto lock. The lock after hours option, you can turn that on, and then you can have it just auto lock after a certain time on a certain day. You have the volume option, which is pretty self-explanatory, both for the operation sounds and the alarm sound. Third-party integration is where you will set up the device to be able to work with Google Home and Alexa. You can recalibrate using the calibration option there, and then failed entry lockout. So after 5 consecutive times of failure, it will go ahead and sound the alarm. And then you have automations. So automations is probably the coolest feature in this entire app, because if you click into that and then you create custom automation. So you have these 4 options. So a lot of, door locks will have the schedule option where you can have it lock and unlock on a schedule. But here you have several options. So when you tap a shortcut, it can trigger automation. You can have the door lock and unlock along with another device. So let's say you turn a light on, or if your security cam notices your cat, it will unlock the door, for example. You can set it up that way. And you can even set it to lock and unlock when you arrive or leave a location. So let's go into that, for example. And so you create this logic. So let's say if I leave, and then you set the location using the set location option. So let's say your house address, and then you can choose the do. You can add action, which is to then lock or unlock. So if you're leaving, of course, you will click on lock. You can click save. And then the time option down there, you can have it do these actions only at a certain time if you'd like, or on certain days. And then at the very bottom of the settings page would be the device info, the support contact info, and the ability to restart or delete your device. All right, guys, and I just want to physically demonstrate how everything works. So of course you've got your keys here, insert it. Pretty self-explanatory, works just fine. And then you have your key code that you would have set up. And it'll make those beeping noises. I keep that on personally just so I know that it registered my touch. And then of course you have your fingerprint option. And again, the key feature with that is that it does use AI learning to be able to learn your fingerprint and make it easier over time to use it. And then you have the app, of course, and then the Google Home and Alexa. As far as locking it, you have your auto lock, you have the lock symbol there as well, and of course the turn key on the inside part. All right, guys, but I hope that helps you decide whether this is going to rewrite for you today. But I personally love the powerful automation options that you get in the app and all the different ways that you can use this, including that AI-powered fingerprint scanner. So definitely check it out today.